one of my favorites. I got a lot of favorites. He's one of my favorites too, y'all. He and my homeboy Charles, they did some stuff together I just love, and I know Kenneth is here now by way of New Orleans, by way of Las Vegas, right? You did Vegas for a while, right, baby? Kenneth, I'm talking to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And I remember because he called it Lost Wages, and I thought that was funny. It's in Las Vegas, play on words, right? Poet. Anyway, so y'all give it up for Kenneth. Y'all gonna love him. Kenneth.
So you know how y'all get comfortable when you're at home, you kick off the shoes and you do whatever because you're at your house? That's how I feel tonight, man. Let me tell you. I walk around San Antonio, I work for Sony, and I go into like retail stores and stuff, and I'm always doing my poetry to myself because I don't have no audience. And tonight, we got an audience. So check this out. So I'm normally a real clean-cut guy, you know, waves and so forth. Back in August, my mom took ill, and I decided to kind of let my hair grow back till my mom comes back to full strength. And as you can see, she still has not come back to full strength. So tomorrow I'm flying to New Orleans because she's going to have surgery. So just keep me and my family and mom in your prayers. I want to say what's up and thank you for your father's piece. That is obviously a category that it goes largely overlooked. And I want to tell you, you're the man for doing a poem in front of your mom, dude. So I can finally say this with confidence, man. My book is going to be published next year. I've got 5 poems in it, all I got is 5. Like, I was from the New Orleans set of poetry, and we would do poetry 5 nights a week. And when Katrina hit, like, that was it. Everybody went to their separate cities, and it just hasn't been the same. So I want to thank y'all for coming out, continue to support it. And I'm doing one of the 5 poems that's going to be in my book. It's called On Mother's Day. It's my Mother's Day poem, right? She was the rock. When other women only wanted to be the blanket that kept me warm, and word is born, I loved her like I knew I'd miss her when she was gone. Some men only buy them flowers on Mother's Day, when on any other day they'd rather say perhaps we shouldn't meddle with our schedule, which is just a better way of saying I'll see her next lifetime. I hope salvation allows us the chance to see her next lifetime. Because who of you can name the day or name the hour when we then will make time to bring flowers, say a few words, stay a little while, wiping the tears from our smile. Because despite our inclining ages and wages, we never quit being her child. You see, wildflowers grow free, people think, but they don't know me. Inhale this poem slowly, reflecting back on childhood days and how she hold me. You see, the last time I saw her, she told me to make her proud. Baby boy, those tears aren't allowed. Turn my back, and like that, I'm 22, doing what I see grown men do, planting dreams that grow into goals. Meanwhile, she was at home, growing old. But she was the one that told us that we could be anything. And so we ran off and gathered things like diplomas, degrees, passports to travel overseas. But today, as you can clearly see, we'd rather have a handful of you. You see, mothers are meant to be the next best thing to a wife if you work it right. But most of our teenage lives, we worked them like mules, then taught them to play by the rules we break, taking the very lift of her life, leaving only the lonely gray moss. Ponder then the cost of loving these little brown boys that never quite outgrow the cradle, yet never quite fill the shoes our forefathers left behind. The shoes my daddy left behind. You see, that verse reminds me, you see, even when daddy happened to take a hiatus, you made it up with love, you braided us together with your tears. And though I hear he's a rolling stone whose departure may be near, in case you didn't know we have nowhere else to go, you're the only mother we know, the only woman we need. You see, this piece bleeds with sincerity. It cries the tears of our criticisms and how I think about how most mothers work their wombs off just to be scoffed at and then discarded for losing their looks halfway between labor pains and the all too frequent love layoff. Contrary to popular belief, female emotion and a mother's devotion never take a day off. You see, way off in the future, I see a day where young black boys grow up to be strong black men, where we reclaim our position in that God gave us girls to groom into wives and women, so love them, love them, love them. But as for the here and now, it just seems ironic how most men can hand their wives a pound of lemons for every share of sugar shown, as if she didn't kiss us when we were sick and do her best to hug us healthy. I swear our society has placed too much emphasis on becoming wealthy, instead of giving back to the first woman willing to help me. And even with these spectacles, sometimes I lose sight of what's expected of the second son sent to Shirley. Surely these worldly wants will wane, but what about my doubts and cares that leave me standing there when the game winner goes wide right the last time I call her and she says goodnight? You see, because day by day I'm trying to change, but it seems I'm tangled in some of my father's ways. I've got a face fixed on guilty grins and silly smirks. I've got a pocket filled with fragile promises. And though I'm convinced I'm coming to terms with the things I've learned, good intentions don't roll back the hands of time nor do justice for this mother of mine. And from Bill Withers' grandma's hand on down to the spinner sweet Sadie, no lady has ever been made so overworked, yet underrated, underkissed, underhugged, and underloved. It's no wonder her daughter's destiny is to become emulating single mothers at the age of 13. It's because they grow up in the shadows of seeing single mothers. So fellas, go back home and love her, love her, love her. She is my earliest, latest, greatest inspiration. Her love is my favorite song on repeat. Her advice is that box of Micanites I sneak into this theater of life with its overpriced concessions, lopsided lessons, and just let the record show that although no one knows the price of a human life, our society sure knows how to tax it. And attack it for lacking qualities less than flawless, but I can't say I saw all that when I was young. She was my shirt tucker, my collar fixer, my wave brusher, my shoe tire, my tear wiper, my peanut butter sandwich maker, my mother. God bless you.